You see that house over my shoulder on the hill? Well, that is an Arizona landmark, and to most people, a total mystery. A lot of people refer to it as the Wedding Cake Castle. Some think there's a fortune in there, hidden tunnels, and that there was even a murder. Well, now, after decades of waiting, you can step inside the castle, and you'll find out that the truth is even stranger than the myths.
It's that layer cake castle shaped house on Washington Street that is surrounded by saguaros.
I always wondered who lived here and what their lives were like.
The myths and mysteries about Tovrea Castle are many.
Al Capone lived here, and that there are tunnels to the state capitol.
Work on this strange building did begin in 1928, the heyday of the gangster era. It was the dream of Alessia Carraro, an immigrant from Italy. Carraro wanted to make a desert resort surrounded by a spectacular garden. But Carraro sold out to Edward Tovrea and his wife Della.
One of the great stories is that there was a murder in the castle. Della Tovrea was the person living here. Legend goes that she was murdered in the castle. There was a break-in. The two men that broke into the castle actually were armed, and in a struggle, a shot was fired, but there was not a murder. She was tied up. Eventually, it was able to escape.
Here's that bullet hole, still preserved in the kitchen. Police believe part of what drew the robbers here was rumors about this, a safe they thought might have been full of money and treasure.
There was a bank that was being remodeled in downtown Phoenix, and he was able to repurpose some of the teller cages into kitchen cabinets, and the vault, a beautiful metal vault, was installed in the basement of the castle.
There was no fabulous treasure. The robbers were later caught in California, and that's the closest Tovrea ever came to being a gangster hangout.
There is a tunnel in the basement that you would have been able to look at and see the state capitol before the city of Phoenix built up and the skyline obscured the view.
And that fact got spun into yet another myth, that there was a secret passageway running underground from Tovrea to the state capitol. Now, what I think of as a treasure in the basement is here, this crazy stucco ceiling. The artisan who created this had skill and a sense of humor. Hunt around and you'll spot these. He created hidden nests of birds' eggs in a couple of places. 2 more Tovrea secrets.
One of the things I think lends to the mystery of the site is for so many years, people have been aware that the city has been working to acquire the property, to restore the castle, and they haven't been able to get in the doors. They see it on the freeway, they see it when they take the light rail, they see it when they're flying in and out of Sky Harbor, they drive by it every day, and it's there.
Now you can get a look inside. Limited tours are happening on select days of the week.
I love seeing cactus bloom. I think the flowers are beautiful. I love seeing the plants here grow.
They'll get you inside and outside, where restoration work continues on that garden, thanks to the volunteers of the Tovrea Carraro Society.
It's very romantic just being on the property, and once you get inside the castle, your mind just goes crazy. I imagine the different parties. I understand the Tovreas, Della in particular, threw some parties, and I sometimes stand in the castle and I wonder what those must have been like.
Working with the plants and being here on the property is very therapeutic. I find it to be very peaceful.
There are more stories spinning in and out of Tovrea than we have time to tell. One we'll leave you with is here, with this sound. Volunteers tell us they believe it may have been rung at mealtime by Della Tovrea, and that the bell came from a train that carried ore in one of Arizona's copper mines.
One of the reasons we're really excited about getting the site open is that there are a lot of urban legends about Tovrea Castle at Carraro Heights. And I think that the stories that we're going to tell and correct some of those urban legends and myths are every bit, if not more interesting